Back everyone, Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League, and the favorites here in Season 2 are off to a great start. Big win in Game 1 of the season, a 2-1 victory against the Scroungers with Asher Garcia, our ace, on the mound, and now we are going to turn towards Jess Trujillo for Game 2 here against the Ungulates, another conference matchup against Beans Mostis, who made the All-Star team last year for the Yang Conference. And yes, we are going to have, I don't know, I'd say we're on a much better trajectory so far. I know it's only been one game, but I do feel a lot more comfortable and confident with this team. We only put up 2 runs in Game 1, but I think we can do a little bit more building off of that, especially when you can see Jack Mars's hit list so far. So when he turns things back on, our all-star and offensive captain, I think once he gets things going, this whole team is going to get a lot better. Jess Trujillo was a mixed bag last year. She had a few really bad innings that really skewed her numbers, but for overall, she looked okay in my opinion, and I think there's some building blocks there. So excited to see what she is going to put up this time out here in Season 2 with a little bit more support on her side. I did want to take a moment after the last game. I was realizing I don't have a lot of information about some of these players, and just wanted to try and find out who is a rookie and who isn't. So, of course, you know some of these players that are rookies. That would include 19-year-old Dash Boyd. It would include Kansas Gibbs here. And it would include new 4th starter Colton Blackburn is a rookie. Other than that, so a few. Oh, and I believe Jonah Gonzalez is a rookie. Nope, played for the Dirt Dogs. So I did go back and I did a little bit of research. I had to kind of jump back between this league and when we were running the Outlaws and start searching for players everywhere. And just wanted to take a note that Jericho House, the relief pitcher, was a rookie last year. Jess Trujillo was a rookie last year, so this is her second season in the league. Also, Jonah Gonzalez was a rookie. Sullivan Reddier was a rookie. Tiger Gray, and even Aaliyah Sesame and Cairo Cohen, all rookies last year. So I didn't get a chance to acknowledge that properly, and that's on me. I apologize there, but just wanted to make sure I did a little bit of research there before this next matchup. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get this game underway. Set the lineup here. Sullivan is tense. He has been struggling. His struggles continue from last year as well. Connor in the DH spot, Odin Thomas. I'm trying to decide who's going to be kind of our true leadoff hitter because we don't really have that. I think it's going to be Whistle. I think Whistle Thornton is a good spot for leadoff, a good candidate for the leadoff hitter. Let's do Tiger Gray number 2, then Jack Mars, then Odin Thomas. Then I like... Let's keep Connor there, then we'll do Aaliyah, then Jonah, Fernanda, and Sullivan. Reddier will be the number 9 hitter for us. And just double-checking everybody is in the right spots. Yes, they are. Jess Trujillo on the mound. Let's set our... Oh, shoot, hold on. I got to check and see if we're home or away. We will be home. So let's just set the home uni. And there it is. And let's play ball. Heading out to Colonial Plaza against the Ungulates, a team that has been successful in the past. They also have Rock Quintana, and that'll be nice to see our former MVP of the Outlaws. As I was saying, I think the favorites feel like they're in a lot better spot. We had to trudge through a very tough first season in the Chem Lock League as the owners of the favorites, but after being able to take more control and get some players that we really feel will be a big contributor to this team, I can feel us going to the playoffs this year. Obviously, we don't know until it happens, but we'll see how this goes. Jess against Snack Benton. Snack with Tier 3 Little Hack here. hitless in last game. Pops this one up, and that's going to go foul. And Jess Trujillo, with her first start of the year, gets one hard there, but it's going to tail foul and out of play. Just a souvenir for the fans there. 1-2 count. And another foul ball down the left field line, just landing on the left side of the foul line. And a liner, and Tiger Gray with a great defensive maneuver there. He dives towards the line, is able to catch it off the ground. And that's going to be out number 1. Liam Shaw here with Tier 1 first pitch Slayer. He takes for strike 1. Also hitless. That one's going to be pushed foul, so down 0-2 there. And a liner, this one Tiger can't get to, and it's going to go all the way into the corner. Getting to it is Odin Thomas. Runner heading towards second base, and it's going to be cut off by Jack Mars. A one-out double for Liam Shaw, former Reaper. Comes up big here. And Lucas Fowle, former dive bomber, former... Oh, man, what team did he play for? I believe it was the Burners in that first year. He was a big hitter for... Yep, there it is. Big hitter, as that one's going to get way out of here. Lucas Fowle, that one's fair. And the Ungulates stampede to a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first, and that's a tough one. And that's a good hit from Lucas Fowle as he takes advantage of a mistake pitch from Jess Trujillo. Now here comes former Dirt Dog Joshua Woods with Tier 1 off-speed hitter. He gets a pitch he likes and he drives it, but it's a very loud out to left field. Out number 2, and now Rock Quintana comes up, also hitless. He got the very, very raw end of the deal by coming over to the Ungulates. He has Tier 1 off-speed hitter now. Tier 3 Little Hack as well, which was there before it left. And a grounder off the nub of the bat to Sullivan Reddier, who tosses the first to end the inning. But Jess Trujillo does give up a 2-run homer to Lucas Fowle, something he does very often, and that's going to be a 2-0 lead here for the Ungulates before we even get a chance to step into the box. Here comes our center fielder, Whistle Thornton. He'll foul behind 0-2 here, batting .667, so good first day. He hits that one off the end of the bat. Rock Quintana will backhand and toss to first. You see Rock with that bright white glove on his hand. That's because he was the MVP in Season 1. Tiger Gray, batting .500 with 1 RBI. Beans Mostest will have Tier 2 easy target helping him out here. 2-1 count for Tiger. Pops one foul there. That easy target trait, definitely one we're going to try and work on getting rid of. Swinging late there, and it's going to be strike 3 swinging for Tiger Gray as he goes down, and that's out number 2. Jack Mars comes up with nobody on. Hitless in the first game of the of the season. And he hits this one to deep left center field. This one's tailing away from the center fielder. It's going to hit the wall. Leach will come up throwing, and that's going to be a 2-out double for Jack Mars. So maybe he's starting to heat up there. That was a big hit for him. And that's going to be an opportunity for Odin Thomas here, batting .500. No home runs, no RBIs. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. Oh, he just got underneath it, lofts it into right field sky high. Calling it is Benton, who catches that to end the inning. But a 2-out double from Jack Mars wakes up his bat, and maybe an opportunity for him to get things going, or at least get the team get a little bit more offensive momentum going for the favorites here. Maxwell Leach, batting .500 in his first game, the center fielder in the 6th spot here. Good hitter. Has Tier 3 sprinter out of the box. Also has Tier 1 sign stealer. Ball outside there. 3-1 count for Jess against Leach, who swings through strike 2. And a grounder down the right field line, and that's going to hit the ground and tail away. Misplayed it by Odin Thomas, and now that's going to be an easy double for Leach to lead off the second inning, and that's going to be a mojo drop for Jess Trujillo. Another rough start here. Deacon Cannon comes up hitless. Grounder foul there. 25th pitch for Jess here in the top of the second with nobody out. Takes a ball. And a grounder right to Jess. She goes to third as the runner took off on the hit. Oh, and no. Oh, my God. Sailing into right field. Nobody is there all the way to the warning track. And that's going to be a huge mistake. Coming home on that error is... Oh, my God. What the hell just happened? Oh, we had him in a rundown between short and third. And our third baseman, Fernanda Branch, with a huge mistake. She's running him back to the bag, which is exactly what you want to do. She tosses to second base, and it sails into right center field and scoring on a grounder to pitcher. Oh, my God. 4-0 here. We had a pop out to right field, and that's out number 1. Aromatisse Hendricks comes up, tier 3 easy target, and she'll strike out swinging. What the hell is happening here? Is this a curse? This is insane. Snack Batten comes up for his second at-bat of the day. Oh my God. I do feel so deflated after seeing that. I can't believe that happened. Nobody ready to back up in right field because why would you think about it? And there's strike 3, so Jess gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, but 2 runs come home on an error by Fernanda Branch. Oh my God. And we will start the bottom of the second with a 4-0 deficit. Connor Sandoval will lead things off. He did not get a hit in his last game. 2-1 count here for Beans Mostis. With a lead, he's got to feel a lot better. 3-1 now for Sandoval. And he takes ball 4, so a good at-bat there from Connor right out of the gate. We'll have a leadoff runner. Aaliyah Sesame batting 500. Man, she took a pitch and pulled it down the right field line so hard. It just missed the foul pole, but it was one of the hardest hit balls I've ever seen. I'm hoping she can recreate a little bit of that with the Tier 3 Ace Exterminator activated here. 2-1 count. She swings through strike 2. 2-2 now, and ball inside. Full now. And she pulls one, and it's going to bounce off the glove of Brock Quintana, and he can't get it over to first in time. Good hustle from Aaliyah Sesame. She's able to reach on an infield single, and I believe that's what they'll call it, is that was a very difficult play from Brock Quintana, who's normally very sure-handed. And a blooper over third base and into left field, but it's going to be shallow, and runners will have to hold, but we have bases loaded and nobody out. Fernanda Branch will be coming up, who's tense after that error. Batting 500. She does have Tier 2 contact first righty, so that's helping her out. Tier 1 rally stopper activated for Beans Moses, barely giving him a boost. And that's going to be hit to deep center field, but not deep enough. Calling it is Leach. Going to catch that one. 2 runners tag and will reach safely. So we score our first run of the ball game. It is now 4-1 with 1 out and runners on first and third for Solon Van Reddier, who's tense after a very ugly first game of the season. Bean still has Tier 1 rally stopper activated. Missing the zone here for the second time. 2-0. Takes strike 1 there. Ball 3 outside on that screwball. 3-1 for Sullivan. He grounds foul. Make it full now with 1 out. And he takes ball 4. So good eye from Sullivan. He checked his swing. The appeal came back that he did not swing. And that's going to get the bases loaded once again. And he gets his mojo back along the way. So 1 out, bases loaded. Whistle Thornton comes up. First pitch strike on the screwball. A curveball that gets dropped into the zone, and he pops foul. And a liner up the middle over the glove of Beans Moses, who can't get a glove on it. And Maxwell Leach, with a good arm, is able to keep the runner at third base. So station-to-station ball, but once again, bases are loaded with only 1 out. Beans is now tense. Easy target activated for Tiger Gray, which is going to help out the accuracy of Beans. Oh, Tiger gets underneath one. Shallow center field, calling it as Leach. Tagging at third, and will hold, as Leach does have a really good arm. That's a missed at-bat right there, and that's going to be out number 2. So bases are now loaded. Our bases remain loaded. This time for Jack Mars, who had a double in his last at-bat. Take a ball there. Pops one foul, and out of play. 1-1 now. Oh, and we are going to blow it. Rock Quintana tosses the first. We were only able to scrape across 2 runs there. It was a big missed opportunity. At one point, bases loaded and 1 out. And we end up scoring just the 2. It's still enough to cut the lead in half. Now only down by 2 here in the top of the third. And as we've seen in the past, Jess Trujillo, sometimes she finds her way after a slow start. Liam Shaw, double in his last at-bat. He sends this one to deep right field, but it is going to hang up. And Odin Thomas will get to that for out number 1.
First baseman, number 40,
Lucas Fowle hit a deep home run to left center field in his last at-bat, his first home run of the season. I believe it was season 1. He actually tied Rock Quintana for the league lead in home runs with 7. He'll ground a short. Reddier over to first. That's out number 2. 7 is still the most home runs in a season by an individual player. Joshua Woods comes up with 2 outs. Jess trying to get a clean inning here, and it will not happen as Woods will send it into center. Whistle Thornton will get it in, and it's a 2-out single for the Ungulates.
The second baseman, number 8, Rock Quintana.
Here's our boy Rock Quintana, rocking the white baseball or the batting gloves and white bat. He is tense after making a mistake on a diving attempt on a ball in the infield in the last inning. Pretty unfair, if you ask me. Off-speed pitch sent into left center field. It's going to bounce off the top of the wall. Whistle Thornton cleanly plays that one, but it's going to be a double. And with 2 outs, the Ungulates have something brewing here. Maxwell Leach comes up. He's 1 for 1 with a double. And second and third, 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Jess Trujillo getting close to the end of her day. She's at about 50 pitches right here. She's going to have to get something going. Tier 2 rally stopper is activated, so that's helping her out. 1-2, and Leach will pop one foul, staying alive. Pops another one foul, spoiling another good pitch from Jess. Ball high, we'll make it 2-2. And there's strike 3 called on the corner, and Jess Trujillo stops the rally before it gets going, and a clean inning from her, at least on the scoring side, as she does not allow a run to score for the first inning of her Season 2 debut here. Bottom of the third now. Odin Thomas will get things started. Ball in the dirt. Takes strike 1 on the slider. And nice hit ball there. It's going to be a curveball dropped into right center field, rolling all the way to the wall. And misplaying it is Leach, and heading to third is Odin Thomas, and he's going to slide in with a triple. So big play from him as he just snuck it right past Rock Quintana at second, and it just slowly rolled all the way to the wall, and that is exactly what we're looking for here. Great hit from him, and now he'll be on third base with nobody out, and way late on that one is Connor Sandoval, who took a walk in his last at-bat. Well ahead of that one, and he pulls a foul. 0-2. Ball in the dirt. That's the first ball of the at-bat. There's ball 2. 2-2 now. Bean's still tense, and he might get his mojo back as he gets Sandoval to pop up there. And that's going to be out number 1 behind the plate. Aaliyah Sesame comes up. Tier 3 Ace Exterminator, Tier 1 First Pitch Slayer. Itch'll take a ball outside. Strike low and in. And a dribbler to the pitcher. Retreating back to third is Odin Thomas. I thought for a second he was going. Luckily, he recognized there was no opportunity for him. Unfortunately, another ground out to the pitcher there. And 2 outs with a runner on third for Jonah Gonzalez. Jonah batting .667. And he gets a base hit, comes up clutch for his team, and that's going to score a run. So an RBI single for Jonah Gonzalez makes it 4-3. He gets some mojo boost there. And Fernanda Branch, who had a sacrifice fly in her last at-bat, could really use a nice base hit here to try and get her mojo back. Speaking of mojo, Beans is still tense. And first pitch, foul. Ball outside on the pitch out, checking on the runner over at first. Low, and that's going to be crossed up and having to retreat and just getting back in time. Jonah Gonzalez, he thought he was taking off for a second, decided to pull back, and the catcher almost got him. Fernando pulls one foul there on a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Ball outside. See, crossed up does not happen often for Beans. Hit and run, pop foul. Oh, I'm sorry, not hit and run. And this one, oh my God, that's so much bullshit. Roman T. Hendricks catches it right on that little indent by the dugout. That'll end the inning. So we do manage to get the leadoff triple home, but that's all. And it's a 4-3 here in the top of the 4th. Jess still on the mound. She gets a first pitch swinging grounder to second base. That's out number 1. Rince Giles, the catcher, will come up 0 for 1. Almost made a good play over there at first base after getting crossed up with his pitcher in the last inning. Jess has settled in after those first 2 innings, or at least for now. As I say that, she gives up a very hard hit to deep right center field, bouncing right towards Whistle Thornton, and it's going to be a sliding double for Rince Giles, who will be standing on second with 1 out for the Ungulates. Ungulates with a 1-run lead here in the top of the 4th, halfway through this game. Hendricks 0 for 1 today. Tier 3 easy target here for Jess. Ball inside, just missing. 2-1 count. And pulled down the right field line and just foul. Whew, making it 2-2 now. Just very tired. She's getting close to the end of her day. She's still at neutral mojo. A grounder to third. And Fernanda Branch throws it in the dirt again. So she has got the yips right now as she makes another bad throw. Luckily, good play from Tiger Gray with his amazing fielding ability to be able to scoop that one for out number 2. Runner holds at second. Pop up here, not having to worry about trying to throw. Fernanda Branch will catch that one in the coach's box, and that'll end the inning. So a double does not score, gets left stranded, and it's still another scoreless inning for the Ungulates. So 4-3 ball game. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Sullivan Reddier, the number 9 hitter, will lead things off. Eternity Woody will come in on the mound to replace Beans Moses. And Sullivan just fouled on the first base line. That would be huge. This one instead to deep center field on his horse's leash. He can't get to it in time, and Sullivan Reddier putting some muscle on it. He gets a standing double as he starts things off here in the bottom of the 4th. So coming around after a nice leadoff walk, he gets that base hit there, that double, and heating up a little bit. Whistle Thornton, the leadoff man, batting .600 now. Takes the ball low and inside. Good speed over at second. That's the current tying run right now with nobody on. Whistle Thornton takes a strike, 2-1 count, and gets a good pitch he likes, but misses it and pops a foul. And there's a curveball. Oh, what a nasty pitch from Eternity Woody, as that's going to drop into the zone for strike 3 called. Out number 1, and Tiger Gray comes up having a bad day today. 0 for 2. Betting $250 now on the year. Tier 2 easy target helping out Woody. And that one pulled down the first base line. Really weird contact there, but it is going to score the run from second. And that's going to be an RBI single for Tiger Gray, getting in on the scoring action. And it's all tied up now here in the bottom of the 4th. We're all tied up 4-4. Jack Mars comes up, swings the first pitch, that slider, the elite slider at tier 3 for strike 1. Gets it again, strike 2, 0-2 with Little Hack activated. Jack will pop one up. He had the fastball in on his hands. He had to swing at that one to protect the plate. And good pitch from Eternity Woody, who's able to induce a pop fly for out number 2. Odin Thomas had they called that a double. He had a triple. I don't know why they didn't call that a double. That's so weird. But why they called that a double. But either way, he hit a triple and then scored from third in his last at bat. Looking to see what he can do here on a 1-1 count. Stays high, and that's ball 2. Ball in the dirt. Good block from Giles, keeping the runner at first. There's a full count now with 2 outs. Runner will take off. And a curveball, and he protects the plate, pops it foul. Runner takes off again, and a slider inside. Odin Thomas strikes out swinging, and that'll end the inning. But a run scores. That was a big moment there for the favorites as they battled back, and they get the game all tied up here, heading into the top of the 5th now. First pitch Slayer will be a ball inside. Jess Trujillo still on the mound. 69th pitch right there is a strike. 1-1 now. Shaw has a double earlier in this game, but batting .250 on the year. Pops one foul, and it's 1-2. I think Jess should get pulled after this batter. And it's a liner to Sullivan Ready, or he'll get it off the ground, and that's going to be out number 1. Lucas Fowl comes up 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. That's how the scoring got started in the first. Cairo Cohen comes in for the first time this year. Good pitcher, but did not really live up to his potential in the last season. Honestly, it was pretty much a thing that we dealt with most of our batters, or most of our players. 2-1 count there. Ball high, and Composed will activate at tier 1. 3-1 count, and a blast to left field, but getting over to it quickly is Jonah Gonzalez, and that'll be out number 2. Joshua Woods had a single earlier in this game. Max pressure now. Cairo Cohen trying to get out of the inning. Ball outside, just misses the edge. Joshua Woods, a very good hitter. Gets the off-speed pitch, pushes it foul. 1-1. Pop foul there. Getting ahead in the count here is Cohen. Just making contact as Woods, and he'll stay alive again. 1-2 count. And a grounder straight to Sullivan Reddier. Tosses to first, ends the inning. Good pitching from Cairo Cohen to relieve Jess Trujillo. And Jess Trujillo off the hook now. She will get a no decision. Good pitching outside of that first couple of innings where she struggled a bit. But she had the offensive support to help bail her out a bit. Eternity Woody will stay out there. She's already over 20 pitches here. Sandoval, one official at bat, as he did take a walk in his first at bat. I think he struck out last time. Ball low. 3-1 now. Sandoval with a good opportunity here. He gets a pitch he likes, sends it into left field, but right up against the wall, and that's going to get out of here. Connor Sandoval, the DH, hits that one into the bullpen. 372, and get on your horse. Head around the bases. Connor Sandoval scores on the solo home run here to lead off the bottom of the 5th. The favorites take their first lead of the day. 5-4. Kid Short comes up. I really like his name. Long reliever for the Ungulates. I believe he's a rookie this year. Has tier 1 reverse splits as a righty. That would affect all lefties, but as you can see, not too much happening here for Aaliyah Sesame, as she does have that tier 3 ace exterminator. I believe Kid Short is an A-. Pushed foul there. Full count for Sesame. And a base hit up the middle will give her a 2-hit day. She'll stand on first base with nobody on. Jonah Gonzalez locked in 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. Batting .750 on the year. 1 RBI, and that was today. He's going to step up to the plate. His Little Hack activate here. A first pitch strike. Second pitch strike will remain active for Little Hack. Takes ball just missing the corner there. And a grounder into the right field. So he went inside out with that one on a pitch low and in. He's able to get his bat on it and just push it into right field between first and second. So 3 consecutive hits to lead off this inning. And that's going to give us 2 on, nobody out. Fernanda Branch comes up still tense in a max pressure situation, so it's really hurting her. Still has contact versus righties activated. She falls behind 0-2. Hitless today. Ball high. Ball in. So 2-2 now. Working back in the count. And she blasts one to dead center field. And Leach is not going to get to it in time. He tried to reach up for it. Runner's confused as to what they're doing and had to hold up just in case she did make that he did make that catch. But instead, that's a very long, loud single for Fernanda Branch. I hope that was enough to get her mojo back as she hit that ball very hard. It's not, but bases are loaded with nobody on or nobody out for Sullivan Reddier. Pops one foul there. He had a double in his last at bat. Woof on that one as he swings way ahead of the changeup. And he pops one up and caught by Rince Giles. That's a wasted out there. That'll be out number 1. Whistle Thornton 1 for 3 with an RBI single. That was his last at bat with, I believe, the bases loaded. First pitch strike on the slider for short. Pop foul there. He gets out in the count 0-2. Ball low. Thornton will take ball 2 inside. 2-2 with 1 out. Ball 3 high. Full count now with 1 out and bases loaded. Oh, he takes strike 2. Or he takes strike 3 for out number 2. A pitch right there in the zone. And I think he was looking for something else as he was completely frozen there. Here comes Tiger Gray. Base in his last at-bat. And he'll get one here, too, as he comes right up the middle on a ambush swinging first strike there. 2 runs will come across to score. Good hustle from, I believe, Connor Sandoval and, God, I can't remember who was after him. I don't know who scored on that one, but 2-run single for Tiger Gray. And Jack Mars will come up. This is now a 7-4 ball game. As Kid Short is tense. He can't get out of this one right now. 1-1 for Jack Mars. Takes strike 2, just catches the corner there. Little hack activates. Swings it one way out of the zone, but it gets way out of the way of Rince Giles. He can't get it to first in time, and a drop third strike. Jack Mars loses mojo, but stays alive with 2 outs, and bases will be loaded again for Odin Thomas. What a wild play there as Jack Mars chases something way out of the zone for no reason. Odin, deep center field, but just right to Maxwell Leach. Oh, man. And that's going to be the end of the inning. But 3 runs come across. We take the lead. By the way, I believe there was a little misplay by Leach in center field on that Odin Thomas triple. So I guess they called that an error. And that's how he was allowed to reach third base. So double with an error, apparently, is what they marked that in the scorebook. Rock Quintana falls behind 0-2. With Little Hack active, he gets an off-speed pitch and sends it into right field. So a leadoff single for Rock Quintana. The Ungulates have a little bit of work to do with 3 runs, a 3-run deficit here in the top of the 6th. Cairo Cohen still pretty fresh. Produces a pop out there, foul play. Maxwell Leach is tense, betting 500. Another one off the end of the bat, and he falls behind 0-2. A ground ball double play would be very nice, and there it is. Sullivan Reddier to Jack Mars, over to first, double play, clears the bases. Cairo Cohen will work with a clean base pass or a clean infield here against Deacon Cannon, who's hitless. Knocking on wood as he grounds to Jack Mars. Over to first, ends the game. Cairo Cohen closes it out, and the Favorites come back and win this one. Woo, this feels like a different team. I don't know about you all, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. We fell behind at one point 4-0, and then they go scoreless the rest of this game. We end up battling back to score 7 runs, unanswered runs, to win this one. 7 runs on 13 hits for the Favorites, 1 error for them. Ungulates 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Is this the year of the Favorites? I don't know. I'm getting excited, though. Snack Benton hitless from the top of the order. Liam Shaw with a double and a run scored. Lucas Fowle hit that 2-run homer to get the scoring started. Hit from Josh Woods. 2 hits from Rock Quintana. We'll always happy to see him be successful as long as it doesn't negatively impact us. Leach 1 for 3 with a run scored. Cannon with 2 RBIs, yet he went hitless, and he also scored a run. And then Rince Giles with a hit there too. I believe that Cannon may have been that inside the park home run because of the Fernanda Branch error. Thankfully, yes, it was because we're the only 4 runs that scored. Thankfully, that didn't end up coming back to bite us in the ass. Hendricks hitless from the bottom of the order. On the other side, hits from everybody, actually. Everyone contributed here today. 1 for 4 with an RBI was Thornton. Tiger Gray, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, so big job from him at the number 2 spot. 1 for 4 for Jack Mars, 1 for 4 for Odin Thomas. He scored a run. Connor Sandoval with an RBI, or with a solo home run. He had 2 runs scored and walked as well. Sesame 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. 3 for 3 day from Jonah Gonzalez. He might be working himself up the order. 1 run and 1 RBI. 1 for 2 for Fernanda Branch with an RBI. And then Sullivan Reddier 1 for 2 at the bottom of the order with a walk and a run scored as well. Pitching wise, Beans Moses was okay. 3 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Woody gets the loss. She went 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 earned run, 1 home run, and 2 strikeouts. Kid Short did not pitch well in his debut. 1 inning, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. On our side, Jess Trujillo, in her normal fashion, goes 4 1/3, gives up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, and 3 strikeouts. So again, keep in mind, she did not get penalized for those 2 runs that scored in the second inning, as those were unearned. Cairo Cohen came in, got 1 2/3 of an inning. He only gave up 1 hit. He will get the win, as Jess Trujillo came out with a tie game at the time. So I think I like where our pitching is at so far. Sandoval, with that solo home run, gets the number 1 spot. Lucas Fowle, number 2, with a 2-run homer, and Tiger Gray with a 3 RBI day, gets the number 3 spot. And don't look now, but the favorites are currently sitting at 2-0. Let's go ahead and, this is so unfair. Jess pitched well. Aaliyah has been hitting well. Aaliyah is younger, more of a impactful part of our team. Jess is, I think, cheaper than Aaliyah. So I think I'm only gonna do this because Jess is already at 99 loyalty. We'll work on trying to get that back up for her, but I definitely don't want to dock the 80 loyalty of Sesame. All right, I have to dock. See, this is the bullshit. I know I've ranted about this before, but we just got 2 negative penalty outcome or negative loyalty outcomes after our second win of the game. What the hell is this all about? So I'm going to dock Whistle Thornton. He's a little bit older. He's not necessarily a core of our team. Harvey Loncheros is expected to be one of our best go-to bullpen pitchers. So I'm sorry, Whistle. Again, we'll try and get your mojo back, but this is bullshit. All right. And here's a positive one. I'm going to give this to Jonah Gonzalez, as he's been hitting very well in left field. He deserves a reward. Dash Boyd hasn't done anything for us yet. He's still a rookie. And that's finally it. Okay. Quick simulate to the next game. And look at that. We're tied for, I guess, first, kind of, technically. The Burglars have 1 more game than us, so we're half a game behind. We are at +4 run differential. The Burglars are at +8. Rippers at +7. They're 2-0 as well. But man, it's a very different spot than where we were a year ago, right? How did that last season end? 3-13. So we're already 2/3 of the way of our win total from last year, and we're only 2 games into the season. So that's crazy. All right, let's take a look at what happened since we got that win. A move from the Bone Chills. They signed Milana Fernandez, someone I did like, replacing Campara. Let's see. Rocco Marshall on the in the free agent pool get +5 arm. He goes up to a C+. That's cool. Cairo Cohen gets +1 fielding. That doesn't really matter. Some development for Mohammed McCormick, our second catcher. Gertie Vaughn gets replaced by Evergreen Avila on the Reapers. Chance for development for Jess and Sullivan Reddier. Let's go ahead and actually head over to player development and see what we're working with. Connor Sandoval, not going to develop him. Don't like this for Jess, only because I guess tier 1 workhorse. No, we're not going to do this just because I don't want to risk losing Workhorse. I know it's a tier 1 trait, but it still does help her with her pitch count and her stamina because, as we've seen, she doesn't always start off very quick, but she settles in very well, and that helps out our bullpen a lot. This one for Aaliyah, I'm going to pass on this one as well, only because I don't want her contact going down any further than it already is. Development for McCormick, he's 27. I don't really see him being like a necessary piece of our team, so I don't think we need to develop him. Sullivan Readier, I would like to do this one for him. We'll take a chance at him getting a power trait, which would be amazing. That's his weakest capability. And then this one for Colton Blackburn, some accuracy and a chance for a few extra things, including a new pitch. So let's start there. +2 accuracy. Can we get to +5? He does not. We'll get the tier 1 trait of Composed. Yes, we will. 15% chance for that, and a 10% chance for a forked ball. We don't get it. So Colton Blackburn, before he's even pitched, gets a new trait. He gets some accuracy, and his rating jumps up to a B now. So that's our 4th starter, looking good already. Maybe he'll be our 3rd starter. I'll have to look between him and Cohen. And let's do this one for Sullivan Readier. We'll always get that strong arm at shortstop, and even sometimes when he has to play 3rd. He goes up to 89 in that category, and he does not get the bonus trait. That would have been very nice. Gets a nice little loyalty bump there, and his arm gets even stronger. So good job for him. None of these other ones are going to be in play. Quick peek here, just because I want to make sure I don't forget. And I don't think we have anybody starred that we're considering bringing back unless it's a lost cause on the season, I believe, right? Yeah. Yeah, all these are like really low-rated players. Homer Harden again. Kurt Sportsman. Not a bad option, especially at Tier 3 Elite changeup, but definitely not necessary unless we're bailing on this season. Mila McKay over there as well, who we had last season. All right, so where do we stand here? So we're 2-0. Next game is Clark Cohen against Bitzer Hines, who I believe, let me double check my notes here, but I believe that motherfucker ended up getting another appearance in the All-Star game last year after, yep, he did, for the Protectors. He's still on the Protectors. That fucker ended up blowing our playoffs in season 3, which was, that pissed me off. But he'll get to start here as the number 3 pitcher for the Protectors rotation. Peaking, and yeah, I actually might lean... Yeah, I think I might lean Colton Blackburn to start that next game. I'm very curious to see what he's capable of, and I think having Clark Cohen, the vet, at the back of the rotation is a really good spot for us to be in. So that could be very nice to see in our 4th spot in the rotation. I think our pitching staff is very strong here, at least on paper. I think our hitting is getting better. 7 runs this last game. And outside of that error from Fernanda Branch, that would have been a 7-2 win for us otherwise. So, yeah, I feel good about where this team's at. I'm curious to know your thoughts on where this team could go. Where do you think? Do you think this is a playoff contender? Do you think that we have what's capable of being a potential championship team right here? Who knows? But we'll see next time out if we can go 3-0 after a win against our, I believe this is the 3rd conference opponent in a row. Protectors are not in our division. So, yeah, this will be our 3rd game against the other division, the Earth division. When do we play? Oops, sorry. Skimmers in a doubleheader, followed by a doubleheader against the Burglars. And then, holy moly, tell me whether you'd consider this to be a triple header or if this is considered a double header and then a separate game, because it does look like we're going to be running those two first, and then we follow up with a home game against the Rippers. But very interesting there. But a lot of excitement coming up for this team. I'm hopeful. I think that we can do something special here as long as the team keeps it up. But let me know your thoughts down below. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. You want to keep watching more of it. And let me know if there's anything else you can think of that you would like to see from our channel here. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.